Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Artist Haven. In tonight's live stream, it is Art-a-palooza, and that means that I've gathered some of my creative friends, and we are going to art and hopefully inspire you to create your own. So, without further ado, let's get started. First up we have Miss Sue Ashworth from Resin Heaven Studios. Hello, Sue.
G'day everyone, how are we doing today?
Fair to partly cloudy. How are you?
Well, it's actually stinking hot over here.
Well,
It's muggy as where I reckon usually when we get this a couple of days in a row, there's a thunderstorm somewhere brewing. So today I'm finishing off the school books for the girls. So this is the one I was doing, and I think I was partially doing this one. This is the one that had the upside down cats. So it's got its middle now and its back and everything done there. This one is the one I was doing last week, making the actual book cover, and that's all done there. So today I'm doing the centers, putting the cloth on the rest, and then time allowing, I'll be putting the iron-ons on the homework book today. So, and then by tonight I should have it all done.
very cool.
She says with her fingers and toes crossed.
it gets time consuming. I get that. So
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's fun.
that's fun, and it's it's something that your kids will treasure, even if they don't now. They'll remember when they're older. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep.
Next up, we have art by Julie E.
Hey.
Hello, Julie.
Hey, hi. Hello.
What are you going to be working on tonight?
I am working on my alcohol ink washer jewelry that I make and will be posting in my Etsy shop in the next week or two.
Very
So,
cool.
yep, I'm just cleaning off some old ones that I didn't like the design on. I got a couple new ones laying around, so just trying to get some stuff done to get some stuff in my shop because it's still on vacation a year later. A year later.
It's an extended vacation.
Very extended.
At least it's not a permanent vacation.
Right? Felt like it.
Yeah, I feel that. All right. I love those pieces, and I actually have
Thank you.
some washers that I kind of have gathered over the years, and I'm like, I need to
Yeah.
spray paint mine first though, because they're just not pretty at all. So
I get mine at Ace. This is where I get them. They're like 45 cents each. So, and they work pretty good.
well, mine, when I used to build fitness equipment, they'd be ones that we couldn't use on the outside, like where people would see, because they had chips out of them.
Okay.
So I just threw them in my bag. if they were quote unquote defective, we were supposed to throw them away. Well, I just threw them in the bag.
There you
And so I have a stack of them, and I found different uses for them, and I figured, well, that would be cool to do some art like that. So
go. Yeah.
I might have to watch you a little bit more intently, or
Okay.
I'll catch the replay, because replays are a thing. So,
Yep.
all right.
Hi,
up
replay.
next- Hello, replay cloud.
Yep.
Crowd.
Hello, happy replay. Yep.
Words are hard.
Replay.
And next we have Miss Janice. Hello, Janice.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, how are you?
I'm lovely, and you?
It's trying to stay warm. It's wet and cold, and
Oh no.
I'm okay with it being wet. I just don't like the cold. We need the rain.
Yeah.
Rain is. We're not California.
Yeah.
We don't need. We
Don't
need
need it.
that rain. So,
Don't want rain right now.
what are you working on there?
I'm still working on this frame. I'm working on stuff to put in Etsy, Julie's Etsy shop, and so just no.
You're really welcome to.
No, I've been working on this frame. I feel like forever, but I've got to get it done. So I'm gessoing
it's
now.
all part of the process, right?
Yes, yes.
It's all
And
part of
then
the process.
yeah, sometimes it takes a couple weeks. So
right, and it's not that it takes a couple of weeks of actual working. It is dry time in there, and some of
Yes.
those things take 24, 48 hours to just dry and cure enough so you can work with it.
yeah,
Right.
So, all right.
yeah.
Well, now that everybody is here and everybody's accounted for, I'm just I was having computer and I'm still having computer. There we go. Well, that's not computer. That's just me fumbling around with my microphone. I had a plan and I totally did not happen because I was trying to get my microphone and my headset to work and so I spent the last hour doing that instead of gathering the things that I had my idea for. So it's going to be a session of me working with what's on my table. Ta-da!
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 Or what I can grab, what's in arm's reach, which there is a lot of stuff that's within arm's reach. So that's how I designed this. And after this live stream, I'm going to do a couple more things and a few more things in the studio and just I just have too many things going on right now.
Deep breaths. Deep
breath.
cleansing breaths.
Yeah, I take deep
Happy
breaths and then I get the hiccups.
Oh.
Everything nowadays gives me the hiccups, and it's funny because I'll be in the middle of a sentence and all of a sudden I'll get hiccups, and it's just like looking at me funny, like, have you been drinking or something? It's like, no, it's a smoothie, and there's no alcohol in here. No, if there was, it'd be gone by now. But no, I have. I ever since I had that surgery, I just have had a hard time with hiccups, with my host, like basically from my neck to my bum, the whole area in between has just been nothing but trouble.
Oh wow!
Like, okay.
Oh
and
man, air that
sorry
they
to hear
pump into
that.
It's okay. You know what? I'm on
Oh,
the
that's
smoothie
right.
diet
I forgot about that.
for kicking. I'll kick its butt. What's that?
The air that they pump into you while they tip you back and forth on the table and expand you to try and get all the tools in there to do what they're doing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well, and I just is like, oh, the bloating will go away in a month or two.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's been 2 months. Time for this shit to go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And they don't tell you how bad it hurts.
I can't even
Right.
fit into my fat pants anymore.
Oh no.
That's so
It's so sad.
Thanks, Sally.
I mean, I know I'm a big girl, but I'm not that big.
Same here.
So anyway, I don't mean to complain. I'm here. And you know, it could have gone a lot worse. So
yeah,
that's just what I keep telling myself. You know, I'm still here. I still have a pulse.
Yep.
I got to take some time off. Now it's time to batten down the hatches and get to work. So here, as I sit, going, what the hell am I going to create? This is called winging it, yo.
That's what I was doing 20 minutes ago, going, what am I going to do? Because I had nothing but interruptions from everything today. I mean, life definitely happened today. Why is life so lifey when you don't need it to be lifey? Exactly. Yep.
It's
We
like
had the
Keep
gas
you on your
company sniffing.
toes.
Gas company was here sniffing for leaks. That ate up half my day. My mother called and wants me to call her tomorrow for her birthday, which I had planned on, but she ended up yakking my ear off for an hour anyway today, but I still have to call her tomorrow for her birthday. And it's just like, I'm never going to get my stuff done. But yeah, but it was a good day too. It was a good day. It's a busy day.
Yeah.
keeps us out of trouble, right?
True.
Yeah. That
Kind
kind
More
of
of.
like
thing.
in trouble.
I think
Sometimes.
trouble follows. I just
It
try to
keeps us
stay
in trouble.
Yeah,
step ahead of it.
there you go. Okay, why is that collecting there? Stop it. Just hurry up and dry. It can't be that doggone humid here still. Come on.
No, it's all over here.
Uh,
I'm wondering.
yeah, you're going through like when we have our monsoon season, like in July, that's kind of what you're going through right now, isn't it, Sue?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Going through the wet.
Yeah.
I like the wet though. I don't like the I don't like the people that get dumb and drive into the washes when they're not supposed to, and
Yeah. If it's
yeah.
flooded, forget it. We have a commercial over here that says that.
Yeah.
If it's flooded, forget it.
Yeah, we have what they call stupid motorist laws now.
Yeah.
Like if there's a barricade up and you go around the barricade, you're getting charged for every emergency service that it takes to get you out of that emergency.
Yeah, they
Well,
need that over here.
You know, in defense of stupid people, which I don't normally do, sometimes you're in an area that you're not familiar with and you see that there's water, it doesn't look like water, it just looks wet.
But if there's
Especially
a
when you're
barricade
driving.
up,
Yeah.
But
if
if
there's a
there's a
barricade with the
barricade up,
lights
yes,
that says
no.
don't enter when flooded, or there's a sign clearly posted right there with the little
Yes,
flashy lights that says don't enter when flooded.
right. But there are not always those things.
No,
Yeah.
and
I
that's
can
when
agree with Tish on
when
that
the
one.
law doesn't apply to those people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a stupid motorist thing. A stupid motorist law is for those people that, oh, I can still make it. I've got a 4x4, and they go around the barricade and into it, and then oh yeah, those big 44-inch Mickey Thompsons that you got on your 4x4. Guess what? They're filled with air, and they float. They float in over
Turn
2
into
inches
a-
of water. In over 2 inches of rushing water, they float. Yeah.
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 I've been in a situation where I was on taking the the car for its big run every fortnight. I used to go and take it for a big run. Well, it was pilling down with rain. I had Courtney with me, and all of a sudden, all this trucks start slowing down in front of me. So I move over to the fast lane because the other lane was full, and all of a sudden, I hit the water. I was in it. I was in
geez.
it, and I had no choice. I thought I'd coast it, and then it started to slow down, and I gassed it,
Yeah.
and I made it out the other side. She was a little putty, and then she came good. Well,
That's scary.
got water in the. Get this. I got water in a fully enclosed gearbox.
Dang.
Please explain.
I could go try and
Fully enclosed.
I could try and go get Sparky and stuff, but nah.
I know. Technically, I know how it got in. It got in through the breather hole, but
Right.
yeah, they tell you fully enclosed.
Yeah, I know. That's not
They
true.
lie.
and then they had to crack it open. Yeah,
Drain
it's
it
a
out.
Volkswagen. What do you expect?
Yeah.
If anybody's watching, never, ever, ever get a Caddy Volkswagen or a Volkswagen diesel, period.
Hey, Evelyn.
Hey, Evelyn.
Hello, Evelyn.
Oh. Okay, Janice.
Hmm.
Tell us your story.
My rain story in a car floating.
Yeah.
And we restored this Gia, and it
Okay, I've
wasn't
heard
all
of
the way.
those.
Yeah, the little. It's a Volkswagen Gia, and my sons and my son-in-law drove it to school, and we had a flash flood in Reading, and he left school in this Gia, thinking he could go down the road that didn't have the water. Well, the water turned and went down the road, and he looked like a little boat.
Oh no.
And this little Gia just floating along.
Jeez.
And I go and I'm on a side road and I see this little green car go floating by me.
Oh God.
Oh, there goes my son-in-law.
Oh jeez.
Oh
He
my.
was actually Kara's boyfriend at the time, but
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh, it was funny to watch it. But it got full of water, but
Oh gosh.
it had enough holes in the bottom that it drained out really well. So
That's funny. It had to have holes in the bottom.
yeah,
I love that.
it wasn't all the way done being restored. So
Yeah.
I used to work in a car detailing place. It was an auctioneer place. So all the damaged cars that they got one year from flooding, I
Yep.
think it was 2011, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
All the cars came down. These 4x4s, they had, you know how they've got the step in?
Yeah.
All cars have got that dip in. The
Right.
whole lot, all 3 inches, filled with mud.
God.
holy cow!
I'd never come across it before because I used to work with Hertz. You know, people would take the cars out, rent them, and bring them back. This car comes in, it's like, what do we do with all the mud?
Oh my gosh!
And
Yeah.
the girl next to me hands me a shovel.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
We had
gosh.
to shovel it out. And I said, okay, well, we've got most of the mud out. Now what? He said, we'll take it back out to wash point and they'll hose it out.
Oh my gosh!
They open all the doors, wind down all the windows, and they get a pressure gun and they just.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh!
One way
And
to
then the
do
cars have to
upholstery.
sit outside
Right.
with everything open.
Jeez.
So, and this is an auction place, and it's like,
Yeah.
OMG. And as long
Mhm.
as the car is bone dry, when they go to
Yeah, it
send it
still
all out, it's fine.
yep, it still hits. And yeah, the buyers come by, look at them, everything else, and yeah, decide if they're going to buy it or not for the dealership. Sparky used to be a buyer for a dealership, and
Yeah.
he has told me some horror stories of some of the cars that he has seen that some people have purchased, and it's just, oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my
one
gosh.
of the
Goodness.
a
Because
guy had
we live close to the Sea of Cortez, Rocky
Oh,
Point, and a lot of people drive down there, especially spring breakers and stuff. And of course, you always have those that drive out onto the beach during low tide.
And then
Mhm.
forget there's a
My
tide.
gosh! Oh my
Yep,
gosh!
yep,
never
yep,
turn your back on the water
right.
Never.
or kindergarten.
And never park your car by the water.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Well, where I grew up, we have frozen lakes. And
Yes.
Julie knows this. But there was always this thing they would there was this bet that they would do. They would take the engine out and any kind of contaminants that would pollute the water. But about February, March, they'd push this car out into the lake about 30 yards from the shoreline.
Oh, jeez.
Close enough where they could pull it back in. So everybody, and it was a fundraiser, and people would make their bets on when it would go through, when the ice would become thin enough in the spring for the thing to get the car to fall through.
Uh-huh.
And so whoever won like their $500, but the charity that they would do this for would raise like literally thousands upon thousands of dollars,
Oh, that's
because
cool.
everybody thought they would know, Well, the Farmer's Almanac, we found out over the course of years, was more accurate than anybody could,
Yeah.
really. So that's why I still buy a Farmer's Almanac, even if I'm not on a farm. So that's I can tell you other stories about people being stupid and driving their truck out on the lake and thinking,
What about
yeah,
those? What about those that forget to get out there and tow their ice houses in?
that
Oh my-
usually doesn't
Oh my
happen as
gosh.
much as it used to, because the DNR put like a huge fine
Oh,
on being on the ice
okay.
after a certain date.
I gotcha.
And so that doesn't happen as much now as it used to.
I used to crack up watching them.
I always had like this innate fear of falling through the ice, but that's just because my dad worked for the fire department. He's a volunteer
Oh,
firefighter,
yeah.
and he'd tell me all these. I'd overhear all these horror stories of
Yeah.
like snowmobiles hitting water and not going fast. You can actually
Yeah.
go across water in a snowmobile
Mhm.
if you're going fast enough and the gap of water isn't too much. But as
Right.
soon as you let off if you hit water, make sure you crank it even harder.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because if
Yes.
you let go, you're going down.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Evelyn says, "Welcome to Minnesota."
yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Minnesota.
It's on some lakes it's kind of creepy when you're first walking out, and sometimes you can hear the ice kind of crackle and stuff.
Yeah, that gets
But
you.
but there's these cool sounds that it's almost like whale song. It's like
Exactly
a
what I was going to say.
okay, yeah, it's a wong, wong,
That's
wong.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
is. It's the coolest sound from the air and the water current underneath the ice, and it sounds
Oh,
really cool.
wow.
Yeah. I flipped a VW bug on the ice once on a
Oh my
lake.
gosh.
That's
Yeah.
where I learned how to drive. I was like
Yeah.
7,
Uh-huh.
and my dad would let me drive on the lake because there's no laws out on the lake.
Right.
It's not a road.
Yep.
So he would handle the gas pedal and the brakes, but I would steer.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good way to teach defensive driving and how to control the car and everything for like when
Yep.
you hit black ice and everything. So it's good training. But yeah, this wasn't that kind of thing. This was just a bunch of us
I think-
teenagers
Being
You know.
teenagers.
being teenagers, right? And yeah, we went so fast that somehow I flipped it, and there were all of us sitting there just spinning, going round and around and around, and all of us just laughing, just laughing. It's like, and my girlfriend, she's like, my dad's gonna kill me. And then she just cracked up laughing all over again. Dude, we all started laughing too. It was just fun. It's so funny. Some of the memories you have, man.
Uh-huh.
Oh God,
That's
it's
fun.
hilarious though. My dad's
I think
gonna
should
kill me.
be a prerequisite that every driver should have to drive on a frozen lake before they can get their driver's license. I
It's-
do, because it
It's
teaches
definitely, yeah.
like Julie says, it teaches you how to drive and that stuff. And
Yep. How to
you know.
swerve into your turns and
Yeah.
Yep.
all that.
And dirt roads.
You go to a parking lot and whip shitties in the parking lot, that's a whole other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But you still run the risk of running into a lamp pole. I almost
Yeah.
did that.
So did I.
The only lamppost in the parking lot. And
Yep,
Kara
Yeah,
Candy.
found
it'll be
it.
the only
Yeah.
one, and I got literally 3 inches from it.
Yep,
Oh,
me too.
no.
Candy Ojai Mall, Wilmer.
You know what? Mine was a mall too. And it's just like, are you kidding me? I thought I was gonna die, but if I would have hurt the car, my dad would have killed me if I didn't die. So, yeah, it is what it is. But no, the fun things that you get to do out on the lake when you live in
Oh,
a
yeah.
small town, you know.
Small towns, farms, rural communities. It's growing up with more fun and more than any city can provide. I'm just going to tell you that.
Yep.
We get
Yep.
an education.
City
We don't
kids are
have the art.
sheltered.
Yeah, we don't have the arts and culture and the growing up with the adult problems and stuff as much as the city kids and stuff. We actually, we have adult responsibilities like chores and everything else. But when we're done with chores and everything and homework and stuff, then then it's all bets are off. What are we going to do to get in trouble today?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to go out and meet at the old Johnson Duck Pond. And,
Cow tipping was real.
Yeah.
Cow tipping is the thing.
Yep.
I've
So
never done it myself, but it is a thing.
It reminds me of the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
What about getting the freshmen when you're a senior, getting the new freshmen out with the gunny sacks out in the cornfields to go snipe hunting with the flashlights?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yep. Going on a snipe hunt. You guys are the greatest thing in the
No idea
world.
what you guys are talking about.
Oh,
It's okay.
yeah.
Neither do I.
You grab a gunny sack, right? And you have a flashlight and you want these little snipe birds to run into your gunny sack. So you go down the rows of corn with your flashlight kind of wiggling back and forth because they're attracted to the light, right? And then you go, but you gotta call for them and they go, snipe, 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 snipe.
Oh, you're talking about cane toad hunting.
But
There's no such thing, though.
There's no such thing as a snipe. We just like watching all the freshmen going through the rows of corn with the flashlights bobbing back and forth, and you can hear them all out there in the corn. Snipe,
It's
snipe.
it's a good thing that it's a good thing that social media didn't exist back then because
Oh my God,
we'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
it would have been bad.
No, actually, it wouldn't have stopped them.
Probably not. Oh my gosh,
they still do.
Yeah, we probably would have been bungee jumping from the tops of the silos.
Oh yeah,
just for views.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Don't give
any kids ideas.
Yeah, teaching kids how to make silo water.
Oh man. Oh my
God. Yeah. The juices that flow down through the silage, it's basically corn mash, and it turns into like a corn mash whiskey where it drains out through the back of the silo into this slimy little puddle. But you gently blow the scum aside and dip down. If the puddle's deep enough, you can get a pretty clean drink. It's like prison whiskey.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Toilet wine?
Yeah. I can't drink 7-Up now without thinking about tasting that in my head now.
Oh, yeah, the stuff we did when we were kids. Oh my God. Too funny. Too funny. I remember one slumber party. We were at my friend Lisa's, and they have this big, huge barn with this great big, huge hayloft up in it. And it's so big that from one end to the other is about, half a football field long. So about, 50 yards?
Yeah.
And there's this great big pulley system where you can take the hay bale and hook it and put it on this big rope. and push it, and it goes along this track along the roof of the barn to get it to all the way to the other side of the barn, where you can drop it out the big window into the pen, right? So we decide we're going to climb up all the bales of hay and put our foot into the hook loop and jump off the stack of hay and swing 50 yards clear across the barn and out the window and back.
Oh my goodness.
That
It
sounds
was
like a hospital visit waiting to happen.
It was
Yeah.
almost. It was so close. Our friend Deb, her foot went through the loop and got hung up, and she was upside down, and her head came within inches of hitting the bottom of the upper
window?
barn door frame.
Oh,
Yeah, and when she came back in, she swung so far back into the barn that there were bales of hay sitting there with the hay hooks, but they were coming up. So the hooks were kind of up out of the hay like that. So I mean, that girl defied death 3 times on that run, man. And that's when we're like, okay, we better stop.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Calling it a day on this. Let's go down into your basement and play 2-finger lift. You know, light as a feather, stiff as a board. You know.
yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
The things that we do as children.
And then
so
when our
fun.
kids did it,
Oh, how dare
Yeah,
you?
we roused. Yeah.
I'd let Steve discipline him, and I'd just giggle in the background. So,
Oh yeah, totally giggle after the disciplining was done. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, do you remember when we did that too? Yep.
Come on.
We're better than our parents because we caught our kids.
goodness.
Oh, what color do I do now? I got kind of a pink one. I don't know if you can see the pink on that. It's almost kind of
Ooh.
orangey though. The light's so bright. But yeah, a
It's
lot of
coppery. Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty.
Thank you. Then I have this purple one.
Oh wow. Look at the bling on that one too.
Yeah.
What color
Then-
purple is that?
Which one was this? That is the boysenberry. I just got that one in.
Oh, okay. Because it's still in your Amazon wish list.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I need to delete that.
No,
Oops.
don't delete it.
Don't delete it. You can get more.
Okay. Because I do. I order off my own wish list. And I
That's
put it
okay.
into my cart, and I was like, okay, I've waited long enough. I need it. I want it.
That's a pretty purple.
Thank you. So I got that one. And then this one. Which color was this again? This one was Ember.
It looks like
Ember.
rust or ember.
Ember and honeycomb together.
Wow.
So that's that one.
Look at that. Wow.
It's really pretty. Here in person, there are parts of it that are almost kind of a really pretty ruby kind of color where it's really concentrated. And then you get that fade out to that little bit of honeycomb over here mixed with that gold. It's really pretty.
Wow.
I wish it showed up on the camera better without all the glare, but studio lights, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No, it looks good.
Thanks. So, and then once I get them sprayed and everything, I will put some leather through them and hook a little charm and start knotting and then getting them all ready for their classes.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
We should have more leather coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, because yes, I am almost out. It's getting there.
Wow.
It's getting low. Awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Got
It's
my
funny.
kids in
It's
the
all the
parking
little
lot
stuff.
on ice.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's the best place to learn.
Mm,
Yep.
That's what Evelyn said that.
Yeah.
My, I it's talking about learning how to drive. So I'm, 15. I've got my learner's permit, and I'm driving home from Alexandria, and I remember this distinctly. or and
Home of the big Viking.
Big Ole.
Yep.
But my dad, who had had way too much to drink, and that's why I was driving. And technically, I wasn't supposed to be driving because you're supposed to be driving with a capable licensed driver, and he was not very capable at that night.
No.
But so um, I'm driving down the road, and it's like, I don't know, midnight, 1 o'clock, and he puts his hand on my leg. And one, it scared the crap out of me because whose hand is touching me? Because my
Right.
dad shouldn't be touching me on my leg. And I'm like, I look down, it's my dad's hand. I'm like, Dad, what the F? Except I said the F word. And my dad starts laughing. He's like, well, I just want to make sure that you can stay focused if some boy puts his hand on your leg. I'm like, Dad, that would be completely different because I would want him to touch me in that way. And
That's funny.
I would be hoping for that. I'd be a little bit more prepared than some random hand coming out. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, that would have scared the shit out of me too. Oops, sorry.
Like, no, you're fine. But he was just like, and I just was like, oh my God, the whole way home, I'm like thinking in the back of my head, what else is he gonna do? Is he gonna, And I said, Dad, don't ever do that again.
Right?
And
Wholly inappropriate, Batman.
and my dad.
That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, and my dad probably thought better of it, and he didn't mention it ever again. But I always felt like he felt really bad because he thought about it, and he wasn't drunk enough to forget that it happened either. So
right.
Yes, Michael Sean Carter has joined the chat, and yes, my dad did that. That was my dad, though. He didn't know how to handle girls. He didn't know, I was his little girl, and he wanted to protect me like dads want to do with their little girls, and he's also the same dad that taught me how to change a tire and how to work on my car and know the difference between a 10mm wrench and a 3/4 inch wrench, and and just sometimes you have to modify things. He had another word for it, but it's not appropriate anymore because
I know.
And so he taught me how to modify things, and my dad taught me things. So
how cute.
Believe it or not, my mom taught me things too, but I'm a little bit more flabbergasted at that than anything else. But
yeah. Who is Jerry, and why is he always rigging things?
Right?
Jerry rigging, huh?
Jerry rigging. There we go. That's a word I can use and be appropriate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to use the purple. Well, this one I can use the purple. That one doesn't have anything. Let's put that over there.
The green one.
Oh, let's just do those. Let's do. Okay, so let's do that there and that there and
like that green one. Green one definitely stays.
Vintage photo. And...
Uh-oh, that didn't sound good.
I dropped something and I dropped it into the thing. Yeah, oh, just a minute.
Hold the phone, folks.
Yep. Oh, goodness.
I don't know if I want to use walnut stain or if I want to use vintage photo. I think I want to use walnut stain because walnut stain's a little bit darker, and I want the dark.
I love walnut.
Me too.
Sorry, you are going to hear a wrapper. I am getting one of my little hard candy sticks from Ace. I love my Ace store. My Ace store has an entire area just dedicated to Christmas. There's another area of my Ace that is just dedicated to like the old style 5 and dime candy and a little, yeah. Yeah.
You just go ahead and enjoy that.
It's so good. This one's strawberry. Hopefully I won't choke on it.
We'll try not to make you laugh.
Don't laugh. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm making sucky sounds now. This is not good.
Oh, here comes trouble.
Oh, no.
Hello, Michael.
Michael-san.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
You know, the right time to show up is right when Julie has put something into her mouth.
Why? Because she stops talking, or because?
There you go.
Love you, Julie. Really,
I love
truly.
you too.
Absolutely.
I am a yacker though. I yak constantly.
Why?
Even when there's nobody home.
Like in the toilet?
No, not
Oh.
yakking. Like yammering. Yappy.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Even when
I'm
Julie?
Right
Yeah.
there with you, sister.
Even when there's nobody else in
Yeah.
the house, I'm talking to the dog, I'm talking to the cat, I'm talking to the
Me
TV.
too.
I yell at the TV quite a bit lately.
Yeah,
Me
wow.
too.
How about the movies? Did you
Wow.
were you the type that when you went to the movies you're like
At horror movies saying, "Oh, don't go in there."
Jamie Lee Curtis, don't open that door.
It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I wasn't too bad as a teen. As a teen, it was more of the curl up into a ball and kind of look over my hands at the screen and, and then flinch, But yeah, as I've gotten older, it's more like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen enough horror movies now to know better than to do that?
People go, do you know they can't hear you? And I go, I don't care. Eventually somebody's going to hear me.
Oh, and they do something that you say,
Right.
and then you go, see, I told you they'd hear
Yep.
me.
Yep.
You never know.
You never know.
Oh,
It
Lord.
could be the
Cold
one.
script
It could be the
writing.
one time.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Oh boy.
It just doesn't
The
matter.
day it happens, it'll scare the absolute dickens out of you.
Oh, how funny would it be if you're at a theater, Janice, and they turn and they go, yes, Janice, we heard you.
All these years. I heard you.
The comeback would be, well, it's about bloody time.
Yeah. I'd look at Steve and go, see?
Okay, so I'm going to tell a story here about scary movies.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Oh boy.
here we go.
Here we go.
Tish and I have a mutual friend at a local restaurant. I'm not going to mention the restaurant, but we do like to go there for breakfast. And
already know
I
his
am not
name.
going to call him out by what his actual name is. I'm going to use
Jose.
an alias. Yeah, I'm going to call him Bobby. Okay, his name begins with a B, but I'm going to call him Bobby. Okay, we see Bobby quite regularly whenever we go there. We've had wonderful conversations. He's got a great relationship with Tish and with myself as well. So we get into talking about different things that we like to listen to and watch and so on and so forth. So he goes, do you guys ever watch anything on Tubi? And I'm like, yeah, I've watched things on Tubi. Now, keep in mind, Tubi is free streaming, and the variety of stuff on there can be a little
Sketchy.
out in left field. and it can be fun. So it just all depends on what your tastes are. And they've got horror movies on there that will just make you laugh, curl your toes, make you think, I'm not watching any more of this.
But you do.
But you do. You stick with it because it's just that type of wreck that you just can't look away from.
Right.
So he says, have you seen Don't F in the Woods? Which, yeah, I'm shortening up. Yeah, everyone knows what the F word is. So Don't F in the Woods. And it is a split second. I am grabbing up my smartphone, going on to IMDb. Like, I got to look this one up. And
he did too.
Yeah. And there it is. It is 2016. That's the name of the movie. The premise of this movie is on Tubi if you want to check it out. Or just read the reviews that are on IMDb that will make you laugh even more. And it is basically these guys decide that they're going to produce their own movie. So they go to a local strip club and they, talk with the girls there saying, hey, we're making a movie. How would you like to be in this movie? And the girls are like, well, yeah. So out in the woods they go to make the movie, and he said that it is just off the wall hilarious because there's a killer out there, a psycho that's coming after them immediately because you don't
F in the woods.
Right.
Now, just to take this a step further, he's mentioned this movie, and I look, lo and behold, a sequel came out.
Oh my gosh!
Last year, yes. Don't in the Woods Part 2.
Part 2. Oh,
in 2022. So then he wasn't even aware of that. So he takes it a step further. He finds a 2-pack. He finds both movies together, DVD. He goes, oh, I'm ordering them.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he's going to get them, watch them. He's going to pass them on to us to watch.
Oh my God.
So
that's hilarious.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
As we review.
Don't fornicate. Don't fornicate in the woods.
Don't smash in the woods.
Wild thing.
Shag.
You make my heart sing. Yeah, don't shag. No yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. No shagging in the woods, baby. Yeah.
That's hilarious. This sounds like something Anna Faris would be in.
Yeah. We were just kind of talking about the scary movie stuff.
Oh God, I love that series of movies.
I think it's the stupidest thing ever created.
I think they're hilarious.
Yeah, there's some funny stuff. I enjoy them. I agree with Julie. Yeah, some of that stuff.
So
the guy that when they mock David Arquette's character.
Yes.
Yeah, in the scary movies. Yeah.
Anna Faris's boyfriend, I think, plays him.
And yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the little boy and the whole ring thing, and yeah, because they're also kind of spoofing Signs.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, and he's constantly being hit in the head with stuff. Poor little kid.
Oh, Tish, you gotta watch it.
Oh my God, I'm snorting.
I've already seen them. I know what they're about, and I'm just like, yeah, that was an hour and a half of my life that I wasted.
Yes, you won't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like the airplane movies. I can watch Airplane because it's funny, like stupid funny, and I love Leslie Nielsen. I just love that dude to death.
Oh yeah.
But like, what's the one that's a knockoff?
He's in these too.
Hot Shot. Is it Hot Shot?
Yeah, Hot Shot is the one that's got Charlie Sheen. Yeah.
Not even funny.
And then you've got Police Squad. Police Squad, which I watched those with my dad, and we would just bust out laughing at that because it's Leslie Nielsen as well. But it's
yeah. Now I get it because I guess maybe this is our generation funny, and for Tish, it's like what the Three Stooges were for me. I couldn't stand watching Three Stooges and Groucho Marx and Harpo Marx and the Marx Brothers and stuff. I can't stand it. I don't think it's funny. I don't think Abbott and Costello are funny. And it's just,
Gotcha.
no, I don't like those. Not a fan. It's just stupid to me.
I tell you what, I grew up on those, and that was because of the influence. Yeah, right there with you, Sue. Yeah, my dad loved that stuff, and so he influenced me with that.
My parents did too, but I couldn't bother to watch it. I just thought it was dumb. Although I would sneak downstairs and sit on the steps and peer around the corner whenever my dad put Benny Hill on.
Yeah, Benny Hill.
Yes, Benny Hill. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd sit and watch Benny Hill with my grandparents because I grew up. My mum and I lived with my grandparents, so we grew up. I grew up with Benny Hill. Are you free, Mr. Humphries?
Yeah.
I'm free.
All the other stuff.
Are you being served?
Oh, you're being served. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I loved Monty Python. Loved Monty Python.
Oh, I couldn't stand Monty Python. My ex-husband loved that, and it's like, what on the ill?
Oh, I loved it.
I thought it was hilarious.
He loved that.
But PBS ran. That's where I learned the love of Doctor Who as well.
Yeah.
Same place.
So
as a kid.
And then Benny Hill and Art. Yeah. Good stuff, though. I know. I mean, I tell you what, they're Saturday nights, and you'll hear me talk about Sci-Fi Saturday Night that's on MeTV, and they will run Three Stooges prior to going into Svengoolie. And Tish will be like, "Oh Lord," she goes, "I'm getting out of here."
I'd leave the room.
She does.
I'm
she's
just
out.
Like, done.
Yeah,
I love you, but
I'd be right there with you. I would be right there with you, Tish.
I grew up with
Sparky and me would be hanging out, going like, "Man, this is great. This is awesome. Let's have another beer."
Yeah. You got Lethal Weapon on DVD. Let's watch that next.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. It'd be like, yep, got that. Got Die Hard. Yeah.
Tish and I'd look at each other and go, "We're too old for this shit." And we'd hit the kitchen. What can we bake?
Yeah.
Die Hard. I got Die Hard 1,
we
2,
just go out to
3,
the
and 4.
play.
I got all 4 of them in a box set. Let's just stay up all night. Yeah.
I grew up with Bing Crosby and Dean Martin.
Yes.
Jerry
Lewis.
That's good stuff.
Yes, those I like. I like the Jerry Lewis movies and all of those. Danny Kaye, Red Buttons. Yes. It's just the bicker.
Elvis movies. I grew up with the Elvis movies.
Yes. Oh, my mom loved Elvis movies and the Annette Funicello ones.
Beach Party. Beach Blanket.
Yep. Beach Blanket Bingo. Yep.
And
Margaret.
The Addams Family.
Yes.
And what was the other one? There was another one like it. What were they called?
Speaking of
the Munsters.
Oh yeah, the Munsters. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Speaking of really good comedians from back in the day, but as they got older, they were still good. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and Margaret.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Grumpy old man. Yeah.
Yes.
Old man.
And I don't just plug it because it was Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It was Minnesota.
Winona, Minnesota.
Yep. That's where Winona Ryder gets her name from.
Yep.
That was a great 2-set movie. I mean, I love both of them. Kevin Pollak was, the son to Walter Matthau's character.
Yeah.
And what was her name?
Daryl Hannah. Yep, Daryl Hannah. Yeah. Good movie.
That one I'll watch. I think it's cute.
Yes.
Give a shout out to Hippity Dippity Painter Man.
Hi, Tony.
Hey.
The funny thing is we had guys like that in our hometown.
Yes.
In my hometown. It was like anytime I get homesick, I watch that movie and then I'm okay.
Yep. Exactly the same. It's like, yes, I know that man. I know that man. Yep.
We all, if you grew up in a small town, it's very, especially in Minnesota and or Wisconsin, Iowa, maybe a little bit of northern Nebraska. It's very reminiscent of what you dealt with.
Yeah. Always. Yep.
Well, you're
And
familiar with that type of person. They're there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole thing had to be based on real life characters, man, because
Yeah.
it was too real.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's take it a step further. Think about Burgess Meredith in that movie.
Oh God, yes.
That stuff is unbelievably unbelievably funny, especially in the second one whenever it was
oh yes, Sophia
Loren's mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're at the grocery store. So bad.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
That's what I get for gas bagging or listening to you lot.
Gonna take a skin boat to Tuna Town.
Look what I've forgotten.
What'd you
What?
do, Sue? Uh-oh.
Forgot
That's
to
a
put my-
ribbon.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do
We
that
love
too.
you, Sue.
Hmm.
Now don't be a grumpy old man.
Well, that'd be a neat trick. Quick call Guinness.
We will have a special night
Uh-oh.
for that one.
I am officially out of washers.
Oh
Oh no.
It's okay, I got 5 done. Let me see if I can get a clean paper towel so you can see them better. Where did I put my paper towels? Oh.
Gonna give a shout out to Helen. Aloha, Helen.
Aloha,
Helen.
Helen.
Hey, Helen.
She's working tonight.
She is. So she misses us all. We miss you too. We understand. We're just glad you're in the chat. Big shout out to Lady Mist.
Lady
Hello,
Miss.
Lady Mist.
Mother of Pearl. Okay, here it is.
Evelyn Warner, one of the
Evelyn.
original OGs.
Yeah, she's been hanging with us since the beginning
Hello, Evelyn.
of this stream and pretty much since the beginning of this channel. So
Yes.
She's
There
a
they
veteran.
And to all the others that are out there lurking, we say welcome.
aloha.
Hey.
Aloha.
Howdy, howdy.
And if
Very
you have
howdy.
a
got my-
favorite unusual movie, let us know in the chat.
Yes.
Or comedian or actor or just something. Someone that's on your mind, someone that has inspired you.
That's still really wet.
My
Okay.
favorite
That's what
is.
she
They look
said.
almost like Skittles laying here.
I'm going to do a punchline. Silence! I kill you!
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Jeff Dunham.
Ahmed.
Yeah,
Ahmed.
Jeff Dunham.
Ned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ahmed.
good stuff.
I like Walter. Walter's my
Walter.
favorite.
Walter's,
Yeah.
Walter looks
I
like Joe Biden.
Woody.
Let's just
Yeah.
say it right,
Oh,
right
I
out.
mean,
Walter
Yeah,
looks
he
like
and,
Joe
and-
Biden.
and you know the thing about it is Walter was around way before Biden was at that point. Then all of a sudden you look
Yeah.
at Biden and you're like, holy cow, that's Jeff Dunham's
Yeah.
Yeah.
ventriloquist puppet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
like
I'm not the
Bubba.
only one that sees it.
Oh, Tony's talking about Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Yeah, that's good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, Twilight
Yeah.
Zone, Outer Limits, all good stuff. Yeah,
Those were good.
Hush.
good.
Jack Klugman used to be on Twilight Zone quite a bit in a couple different episodes, different characters,
Burgess
different
Meredith
stories.
as well. He was very prolific in a lot of the Twilight Zones and just a whole bevy. Everybody that was anybody at that time they were doing Twilight Zone and Outer Limits.
Yeah. I remember The Odd Couple. Him and
Yeah.
Tony Randall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack Klugman. And
Jillian
Tony Randall.
Laverne.
Yeah,
Yes.
Laverne-
That was a good show
Laverne
too.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Laverne. Yeah.
Sure.
And,
Happy Days.
Happy Days. Yep.
Yeah. The original Thelma and Louise.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Here's Lucy.
You know what show I
Figure out
used to
that.
watch, and I don't think it got enough credit when it was on, but if you go back and you watch it, it actually was really funny.
Mhm.
What's his name? Newhart. Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he played the psychiatrist with the group therapy.
Here's my
Oh my
brother.
God.
My
Mhm.
name's my name's Larry. And this is my brother Darren. My
Oh,
other
that
brother
was the
Daryl.
other one.
My
That
other
was the
brother
late.
Daryl.
Yeah, that was the later one where him and his wife
That's the
owned
one
the
I
inn.
remember.
Newhart. That's
Yeah.
when he ran the
The
hotel.
inn. Yeah, in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
New Hampshire or something. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Vermont somewhere.
But the one prior
That's
to that was where he was a psychiatrist, and
Yep. And he ran
Chet,
group therapy.
Chet
Yep.
was his wife,
Yeah.
the actress.
Yep.
the only one I remember being a therapist is Kelsey Grammer on.
Oh, yep.
That's
Frasier.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah.
I'm Frasier.
Cheers.
Some salad and scrambled eggs.
Mm.
Do-do-do-do-do.
They're calling my name.
Yep.
There's a
Oh.
Star Trek episode in TNG where Kelsey Grammer is the captain
No.
of a starship, and it's a time warp, wormhole scenario that the Enterprise D keeps repeating over and over again, and it's
Yeah.
due to the starship, which looks like the USS Reliant starship from the Wrath of Khan, that Kelsey
Oh.
Grammer is in as the captain. And oddly enough, if you actually watch the episode, you'll see a female officer standing behind him. At the time that they were doing the casting, they were trying to bring Kirstie Alley back in
Mhm.
Oh.
and actually
Wow.
have the two of them reunite in the whole Cheers atmosphere.
Oh, far out.
And unfortunately, due to scheduling, she couldn't do it. She really wanted to. She wanted to come back and recreate the character as Savick.
Wow.
That she did,
Because
but
that was her big kickoff, wasn't it? Star Trek?
that was
Wow.
her first step, her first introduction. Yeah.
Ah, Tony, yes, Beverly Hillbillies. The cement pound.
Yes.
The cement
boy.
pound.
Great series. Yeah, man. Buddy Epson and
Yep.
Yeah.
Max Baer.
What about Green Acres?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Green Acres is the place to be.
Penny
Farm living is the life for me.
Me.
Join us later tonight on Discord as we karaoke.
Name
I
that
got-
tune.
We're like Demolition Man. Old sitcom jingles and commercials.
Come and knock on my door. We've been waiting.
We've been waiting for you.
I didn't watch those shows until they were in syndicate and were on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah. Did I?
So, Green Acres was on
Bite me.
at like 3:30 in the afternoon. And I liked it because I loved it wasn't Zsa Zsa Gabor. It was it Eva or Zsa Zsa? I can't remember who was on that show.
Ava Gabor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was on Green Acres.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her. I thought she was cool.
Gilligan's Island.
Yes.
Regina
Gilligan's
and
Island.
Bewitched.
Yeah, Jeannie.
Yeah.
My Three
Bewitched.
Sons.
Bewitched.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah.
Father
They
knows
don't make
best.
them like that anymore.
No, they don't.
Hmm.
Adam's Family.
Yep.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I love the Addams Family. That was on
Yeah.
right after school.
Oh, you're lucky. Not
Yeah.
for us.
See, that's the cool thing with this. I talked about Svengoolie, that's out of the Chicagoland area with the, the old school horror movies as they do. But after that, they run original series Star Trek. They do Lost in Space, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Darren McGavin as the Night Stalker.
Mm,
Remember that one?
yeah,
No.
Yep.
that's cool.
No? Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, he's a reporter for some kind of independent news agency. And he wears this leisure suit. He's got this little hat that he puts on. And he investigates all of these like paranormal, macabre situations in like real life settings where, you know, there's supposed to be real vampires, a real
Sounds like
werewolf.
X-Files.
It is. I think it's a
Kinda.
precursor to that. I think
Yeah.
that's a really good point, Sue. Yeah, because you know, that was a cool show and didn't last very long, but it had some really good writing in it.
I used to watch a soap opera with my mom. She just loved it. Dark Shadows.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just gonna say that.
Barnabas
Every
Collins.
day, Dark
Mhm.
Shadows,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good
the
stuff.
black and white version.
Yep.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Oh my God. It had oh shoot. I'm not gonna think
Meg.
of it now. Is it? It wasn't a General Hospital kind of one. I think it was As the World Turns. Does that make
Or
sense?
As the World Turns, or Days of Our
I
Lives
used to
was
watch.
right after it.
There used to be a really rich guy, and he fell, and I think he had a makeup company or something, and he fell in love with a stripper.
Okay,
That's every
Yeah.
I
single
remember
one
that
of them.
one. Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
said that narrows
Yeah.
it
Old and
down.
Beautiful,
That's
Something like that.
that's Young and the Restless and
Young and the Rest, Old and
Okay.
the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives,
Santa Barbara, General Hospital,
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, Get Smart. Evelyn said, "Yeah, Get
Get
Smart."
Smart, yeah.
Oh,
That's a
Get
great-
Smart. Oh my gosh, yes, that was a
Maxwell
great
Smart.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Batman.
Yeah, 1966 Batman. Holy cow! Yeah,
The Hornet.
I remember
Green
Superman
Hornet.
in black
We're
and
watching
white.
that too.
Yeah.
and a favorite of mine, and no relation, though I would tell everyone and lie that she was Wonder Woman.
Oh, Linda Carter. I love
Linda
Linda Carter.
Linda
She's
Carter.
from Minnesota too.
600
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
What was it? The $6 Million Man.
Steve
Lee
Austin.
Majors. Yep.
Yeah.
I still
And then the
have
Bionic
that.
Woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lindsay Wagner is a Bionic Woman.
That's
but,
it.
I still, to this day, I have my Steve Austin $6 Million Man action figure
Wow.
with a
That's so
bionic
cool.
eye.
Yeah. My mom
I
loved
always
all those
wondered that.
detective shows, the 70s detective shows.
Dragnet.
Yeah, and Kojak. Telly Savalas
Yeah.
with the lollipop. Yep. Yeah. Cannon. There was
Yeah.
one show called Cannon.
Cannon,
and then,
yeah.
Yeah. Trying to remember some of the other
America's
ones.
Greatest Hero.
Oh, I
yeah.
loved that show. That was my favorite.
Believe
good
it
one.
or not, I'm
walking
walking
on
on
air.
Yeah.
Do you know I actually found that on one of the
Oh, streaming channels, the series?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
remember which one it was though.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god. And then I started to watch it and it's like, nah.
What was I thinking?
Yeah. Although Netflix have at the moment, I don't know if you got it there, but over here they have all the Harry Potters. So I'm watching. Did anyone realize that Harry Potter is 25 years?
Yes.
Since the first one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Disney is 100.
Thanks for making me feel old, Sue.
Yeah. I need to go take my teeth out and go to bed now.
Right?
We are way past our bedtime.
How can they be that old? No, I was just watching them all with my kids on the sofa yesterday.
Yeah,
How is
Yeah.
this happening?
I got Courtney's Slytherin, Tiffany's Hufflepuff, and I'm Gryffindor. We found an app that tells you which house you're in.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm definitely Gryffindor.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff. Yeah, Tony was talking about Telly Savalas and the movie The Dirty Dozen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Tony, this is the movie with Telly Savalas, and it is a love of mine that Nope.
Nope.
It has got Don Don Rickles.
Oh,
It
God.
has Clint Eastwood.
Guns of Governor.
And it has Kiefer Sullivan's dad, Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland, Clint Reynolds,
I've probably seen it.
Telly Savalas, Don Rickles. Hey, gosh, who
Don
else?
Rickles. That's what's throwing me off. Don Rickles.
It is.
And I keep thinking like Smokey and the
World War
Bandit.
II comedy movie ever made. I
know which one he's talking about.
Watch it over and over again.
Really?
Harry Dean Stanton is also in the movie.
I just keep coming back to The Great Escape, but or The
No,
Gods
this
That
is a
Never
comedy.
Own.
No, this is a comedy.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be right where I can't see it.
Oh, you're killing Tony. You're killing Tony with it too.
Man,
So
killing me, man.
So the name of this movie is called Kelly's Heroes.
yeah. Oh yes, my grandpa loved that one
Oh
too.
man, Dad and I just.
Well, my grandfather was younger than my dad, so there was no offense meant by that. So
No.
but yes, my grandfather. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and rewatch that.
It is just awesome. I tell you what, you will. The humor in it is just fantastic. But Donald Sutherland as a tank commander, and to take it a step further, Darren McGavin? No, not Darren McGavin. The actor that played the captain in the Love Boat.
The Love Boat is
Steubing. Who played
his character's
who
name?
played Captain Steubing?
Yeah. But
Gavin McLeod.
There you go.
Is that his name? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So he's part of the tank crew that is run by Donald Sutherland. Donald Sutherland's name in this movie is called Oddball. And so
hey, cat.
and they've got this routine that they do, and you can look up these memes because they're all over the place. But it's like Donald Sutherland talks like this, man. And he's like, "Oh, Moriarty, don't hit me so early in the morning with all those negative waves, baby. Think good thoughts. That bridge is going to be there, baby. We're going to get up there, and that bridge is going to be there. Don't hit me with those negative waves so early in the morning."
Evelyn said that, yeah.
You know that had to be based on some California producer, director type person that he actually knew.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Dr. Evil is based on Lauren Michaels from Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that has to be based on something like that. There's a good story behind that.
And just the Don Rickles, like sarcastic, over the top type of sardonic type of humor and whatnot. And yeah. Good stuff.
Too funny. Oh,
Cat Pender,
I have to get going.
Cat Pender is here, and we want to say hello.
Hello.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I have to get going.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
You gotta do a close up first.
Okay. We're gonna do a close up. Here's my stuff. There you are.
Pretty.
Cool.
Ooh, taste the rainbow.
Ah.
Oh, they're sliding. They're
Slip
sliding.
slide, no way.
Right? But yeah. Be the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Those
Be
look
the
like
rainbow.
those look like something that would be in a belt, like one of those 60s kind of belts, that has.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Rivet them
Yeah.
through the center on some leather. That would look cool. But yeah, they're going to be necklaces like that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh.
Cat Pender brought up a good point. Lucille Ball that actually owned Desilu Studios. Yeah, if it wasn't for her, a lot of the shows wouldn't have been produced.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you, Julie.
Love you too, Julie.
Have a great night, guys.
You
Mwah,
too.
mwah,
Bye,
mwah.
Julie.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
I love you, darling.
Love you guys too.
If it wasn't for Lucille Ball, Star Trek wouldn't have been either.
That's what she was mentioning. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, she put a guy named Herbert Solo. Herb Solo was the guy that greenlit a lot of that stuff. She knew who the right people were, and she put them into those places comparative to head of production. So a lot of times, if you're watching a Star Trek episode at the very end, you'll see the head of from the puppet that was used in the Corbinite maneuver. And it'll always say head of production Herb Solo, and he wrote an outstanding book. Talks about those times when they were getting Star Trek produced.
Yeah.
So very much so. Well, tell you what, I'm going to say goodnight as well, because I'm going to go and check on things. We've had a lot of rain here and some flooding going on, so I'm just going to check everything, make sure everything's all right. But everyone have a good rest of your night.
Bye.
Or a good morning to you, Sue.
Afternoon, actually.
It is, isn't it?
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
See you later, alligator. Dun, 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 dun. In a wild crocodile.
All right. Oh, he did bring. Is Janice muted? Did she bring? She must have brought Levi out.
Yeah, she's muted. That's why it was so quiet.
No, she doesn't talk that much.
No. It was quiet when Julie left.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she
yeah.
probably had to tinkle as bad as I did.
She said she
Didn't
had
your
to go.
mother even teach you to go before you start?
Well,
Go before you
she
leave.
didn't say why she had to go. She just said she had to go, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. And my battery's on 2%. Why?
Because we've been live streaming for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh.
But that's okay. We're gonna do close-ups, and then we're gonna close this up. I've been trying to get this. Like I said, I'm winging it, so I'm not as fast as I normally am. So I had to wing it this time. So let's bring. Who's ready for a close-up?
I mean, mine's not done, but I am.
I'm still de-sticking.
Yeah, I am. I can't get the light right, but I put the first layer of some of the light colors down,
Right.
and then I have to go back in and repaint everything. I've only done the one side because I have to wait for everything to dry. So,
Yeah, that's the hardest part. You know, it's
yeah.
like, and then you're waiting for it to dry, and then you're like, what was I going to do with this again?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but that happens to me a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Anywho,
Uh-huh.
so hang. Oh shoot! All right. Sue, are you ready for a close up?
Yeah, I can be.
She's doing fiddly bits.
Yeah. They put this horrible little double-sided material tape on the back to stick them onto this.
Oh jeez.
And you're going to try and peel the sucker off, because when you peel them off, the whole thing comes off.
Oh
It's not meant
jeez.
to do that, but it does. So this is the book that was in the over the side. I added a loop-de-loop. This is her Serenity's homework book, so it doesn't need a centerpiece in it. So that one's done. The others are all off to the side here, flattening out. So I got those three here all gooped up and folded. I just got to do the centers on them, and at least one of them got its dingle dangle. I've got the pages for the inserts ready and drying off to the side here. So all I've got to do is iron this on, put the covers on the backs of the centerpieces, and then we're all done. And I think I lost a star. No. So yeah, it's just hooked in the back like so. I've joined
That's
Son
cool.
and that together. It's over the back, and then she just flips it on, and yeah, it'll hold it all squashed down because it usually goes all over the place.
All over
So,
the place, yeah. Mine do
Yep.
that because I carry mine in a bag. So,
and I think I've lost a star.
As long
Yeah,
as
well,
it's not
find a star.
Ringo.
There it is.
Don't lose Ringo.
No, there it is. I found it. It was hiding. So now I've just got to
Cute.
place these all over, and away we go.
Very cute. I like that.
So, and she likes her unicorns, and purple is her favorite color. Pink and
Good
purple
choice.
are her favorite. So, yeah,
Good. Well, the purple part.
yeah. And she chose this book cover for her homework book.
That's cool.
So I just got to put a name on it in Posca pen, and we're right.
All right.
So that's me.
It's
Did
just down
Janice
to the
go
two of us.
already?
Yeah, Janice's phone died.
Ah,
Bye, Janice. Love you.
bye,
All right.
Bubba. Love you. I got to remember the camera's right way around now. I don't have to do everything upside down anymore.
Okay, so what I ended up doing, because I was working with what was ever around me, and so I took some dictionary pages and I glued them to the back side of, because I want to do some kind of more masculine looking tags and stuff. So
Yeah.
I glued. I have this paper here that's like Star Spangled Banner, like Harley Davidson looking kind of stuff. And I did it on this corner and on this corner. This one I didn't do it to yet, but it's because I had some papers that had some really cool stuff on the opposite side, and I'm like, I don't want to use that on this just yet. And then I cut the pages up, and I made like these will be little. I'm gonna take little tabs and put them on the top, and so they'll be like little. This can be a journaling spot, and you can put something here, a picture, or whatever. This is kind of like the other tag that I made last week, where I'll put the tab on the top or maybe on the side here, so you can stick it in a sideways tuck spot. But I just stenciled some stars and sprayed and aged the paper.
That's
And then I
pretty.
made these little tags. I did purple because, purple is my favorite color. And
Yep.
this one I actually smudged some purple on it. So I had to do some covering up of the purple smudge. It's supposed to look like this. So I'm going to put these in my press so they lay flat because the glue is starting to dry. And I have 2 pieces of really heavy cardboard.
Yeah.
And then I just clamp them. I have 2 clamps that are really strong clamps, and I just stick everything all in there, and it eventually just like flattens out. Because I had the same problem with these tags. They wanted to curl. So I ended up just putting them in there, and they flattened out really nice. So you can see it flattens out really nice after it's been in there. So, but I'm going to finish up that other page probably another time. But now I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff, but we'll figure it out when we get there, right? Right.
Yep. Cross that bridge when you get to it. There's no point crossing it now. You're not there yet.
Right. And I like having a bunch of stuff like ready to go. So that way it's like I can start
Boom,
just
boom,
making
boom, boom.
stuff and
Yep.
just kind of throwing some stuff in there. Or maybe I'll make like little grab bags and have those at a pop-up sale or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just having fun playing with paper. It's not as messy as acrylic pouring or resin, and I don't have to
Yeah.
go outside. I can be where it's more accurately temperature controlled. I mean, I do have AC and heat out in the other studio, but it's expensive, and because you gotta try
Yep.
and heat something with a floor that's cement, like it's a whole cement floor, and I don't know, maybe I'll re-examine that next year, this in the coming year, and seeing what I can do out there. I'd really love to start making soap, but that's a whole other ball of wax where you have to have a
Mhm.
sanitized station, and maybe, or either that or I'll start doing furniture, because when I do furniture, I don't know about how anybody else is if they do furniture as well, but I get moving, and I'm sanding and I'm wiping it down and I'm putting on the paint, and I'm moving. And
She
so
likes to
I get
move and
really
moving.
warm. Yeah, it gets that way. So, but so anyway, uh, just gonna say good night to everybody, or
Night.
good afternoon or good morning, wherever you're watching and when you're watching. I appreciate you joining us tonight. We will be live again on Friday night for the Color Palette Challenge, so you don't want to miss that. And last but not least, remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Love ya.